Okay, so I'm back real quick to try and knock out some more videos. It's been a while. I had to take a quick break. We had a lot of computer issues, and I don't like to buy new stuff. So I finally I finally wound up pulling out another old computer on us, which is this HP Pro from I want to say around 2014, 15-ish. And she was Windows 8 computer downgraded to Windows 7 Pro. And what we're going to wind up doing is re-upgrading this back up to Windows 10. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the original SATA drive in here and replace it with an SSD drive, jump her RAM up from 4 gigs up to 16 gigs, and throw her into this Lian. I gotta get the name of this right for this gaming case over there. So we're gonna wind up putting it into this gaming case, put in some lights, make her nice and pretty, and see if hopefully we can knock some videos out. If this video winds up getting done, it'll be because this project actually wound up being complete. So let's go on ahead and get ready to start gutting her out. I'm getting ready to show you some of the parts that we're gonna wind up adding into this new gaming case over here, and we're gonna knock it out from there. All right, so let's go. So we got her down on the ground now and got her opened up. She's extremely dusty. So the first thing we're gonna wind up doing is taking out the parts that I know for sure we're gonna need. We're gonna keep our original power supply for right now. We're gonna wind up upgrading that in a later video, doing something different. But if you want to see an older video that I did, go ahead and check out the one. I think it's a PIVA power supply that I put into another computer, but I'll put the link in the description and that right there. But we're gonna need our power supply. I don't think we're gonna need our fan. We're not gonna use this hard drive anymore. We may use it for a backup to keep it for something else, but we're gonna gut all this out this computer so we can go ahead and throw it into the other case. So I'm gonna start by taking this out, take out a couple of other pieces, and we'll go from there. Quick note to take in whenever you're swapping the case before you think you're done with your old case. One thing you want to do is make sure you pop out your old back panel board for your Ethernet, USB, VGA connections. You want to pop that out because the next case that you use, you're actually going to wind up popping this back in the back most likely if you want to save the exact spaces to where your previous motherboard came from. That's only going to be if you're swapping a case, not if you're building a new case straight from scratch. But if you're swapping a case, make sure you pull out this back panel piece. So now that we actually got everything out of that PC, we're going to take everything and start putting it back into this one over here. So the first thing, that back panel that I originally told y'all about, we're going to take that, flip her around to the back. I don't know why I'm making this look more difficult than what it's supposed to be. There you go. It's just because of how I was sitting there, trying to avoid being on the camera. And you're just going to slap it back in there just like that. So now all the back of your PC is going to match the back of your original one. And then next, right now, what we're going to do is just flip this around to the other side and take this piece off also. because your power supply and your hard drive bays are actually going to be located inside here on the bottom on this case. So everything's going to be tucked away down in there on the bottom. So when you're actually using this PC from the clear side in here, you're going to have nothing that's going to be visual. And we're going to see that at the end of this video.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy and Lian. Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk drag. Hey.
So now we got the whole power supply, main hard drive in the back. We're going to throw in another SSD in a minute, but we're going to throw in our board real quick just so I can make sure all of our wires are going to go where they need to go. So we got our 2 power connectors and the one for our other SATA drive. What we're going to do next is take our board and slap our board in there, and we're going to go from there on this next step.
I feel like when I go somewhere, my wife knows. When my wife goes somewhere, I know. Like, we know where each other are going. So if I ever need her, she ever needs me, she can know. If a bomb blew up in the city, she could be like, my husband's not in the city. He's in Queens.
Yes, I didn't hear that as the same thing as the check-in thing that you won't may not do.
You got to know you're in trouble, but like where.
So now that we got the board all nice in and screwed down, we're going to go on ahead and plug up the power connection. The power supply to the board. Already got our HD connected over there, HD number 1. I'm going to take this right here for our front audio. And I believe the front audio was located right here. So now we have the front audio connections. Now we just got to connect the power button, reset button, and HD LED. So the last things we're getting ready to go on ahead and do before we finish up this board is we're going to wind up taking the old NVIDIA GeForce 8400 GS. I believe that's what this model number is on this video card. She's an old one, but we're going to throw this back in there. And we're going to take a solid state SSD drive, which is only going to be 128 gigabytes, but this is what our actual system and OS is going to run off of. The 1 terabyte that we already have back in there in the back, that's going to be for all of our storage. So I'm getting ready to go ahead and put this on, put this board on. Then the PC itself should be built, and then we're going to take y'all into the extras that we're going to throw onto it. So let's finish this up real quick. Okay, so the official PC is built now. We got all the official main components in. We got the power supply in. We got both hard drives in. We got our video card in. At the current moment, we got 8 gigabytes of RAM. We're going to expand that later on down the line. This is just to get something going up and started. So with all that said and done, that's the basic PC build. Now I want to go on ahead and show you a little extra stuff we're going to throw on in her to make her look pretty. So now that we're back down into the office and we got everything done and put together inside the PC, this right here is getting ready to be the LED lighting and fans that we're going to put inside of our shell. So we got 2 different kind of fans right here, and this right here should be our LED strip. These are going to be our red, green, blue fans, and it comes with a set of 5 inside this box right here. And the reason why I got this set of 5 is because I got other PC builds that I want to do, so I'm not going to put all 5 of these inside this one PC. And then this should be our LED strips right here. Actually, as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and pop this box open so I can show you what we got going on. I'll put the name of the link. I'll put the link in the description below. This is getting ready to be the Wi-Fi interface. Your wireless interface for your controller. You got the controller right here, and it's going to come with 2 LED strips that we're going to go ahead and put inside the PC. So this right here came with 2 of those. Put this down back in the box. I'm going to move this out the way. This right here is going to be the 5 LED fans. I'll go ahead and pull one of them out the box so you can see the kind of connections we're going to be working with. A lot of wires. Just to give you an idea, I'm not going to untangle all this on camera. They got them all wrapped in together. This is what we got. Tether them together, or you can set them up as a case fan. So there these go. Get all this out the way. Okay, and last but not least, and let me throw that out there real quick, that the last ones that I just showed, those ones just cycle red, green, and blue, or I think they're all rainbow. So there's no control to change those. These ones right here, I believe, are just blue. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these open out the box real quick. And there should be 2 of them. So I'm gonna use one for this PC, and I'm gonna put one inside of another PC. Think I can say the name of this right? Nope, I'm not gonna even try to say the name of that company. Again, I put the link in the description. But they seem very durable. Best for the price, I think, in my opinion. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put these into the PC and show you what it looks like. Alright, so what we wound up doing was putting the 2 red, green, and blue ones on the top. I'm only gonna use 2 of those in this PC. And I'm going to take this blue one and I'm going to put this one on the back. I'm going to create an airflow to where everything's coming in and then going back up out the top. So that's the kind of setup that I want going on in here. So it's going to take this one right here. I'm going to mount it right there to the back. It comes with 4 screws. Oh, that was only one of them. It comes with 4 of these screws. Put them in right out here through the back, and that's pretty much how you mount these fans. Two more of those and pretty much you're done. Quick, simple install, nothing too major. Now that we got all those LEDs done, we're gonna go ahead and work on these right here now. So this is getting ready to be the wireless interface. We're gonna wind up connecting to the PC. This is gonna go into your actual SATA connection, your SATA power connection. And these 2 are going to go into your LED light strips. So you got 1 and 2. And we got an extension cord for one of them. And this is going to be your LED strips. The good thing about these right here is they're magnetic. So this is the front plate of that PC. She's not see-through right there. So we're just going to take each one of these strips. I'm just going to slap it right there to give me the glow down the side. So it's going to do that right there. Do the same thing on the other side. They're magnetic. Just take it, slap it up, and then we're getting ready to push it back onto the PC. So I'm behind the PC board now, and I just want to point out one thing, that the good thing about these connections is that you can pigtail them all together. So you only need one open power source. And then once you use that power source, you can kind of keep going all the way down the line, depending on how much voltage you're trying to drain off that source. But anyway, just want to point that out. We're going to close her up, turn her on, see what she looks like. Well, I did go on ahead and flip the switch on the lights, therefore we can get a little bit of a better view on what these case fans are looking like. So let's go on ahead and turn this girl on and get a good glimpse. You heard my speakers. That's what you heard right there. I'm going ahead and focus this back up in for you. There you go. You hear my computer doing all sorts of crazy things in the background right now, but she's lit up pretty nice. I'm going to go on ahead and refocus this on you and get a little bit better view for you. Walk around it a little bit. That's from the front side. You'll watch the blue strips on the side change from blue to white to yellow. It's going in, fading into a green. You'll see the two other LED fans on the top. See them through the top of the case. But there you go. This is going to be our i3, or it may even be an i5. I believe it is an i3 though. So we're getting ready to go ahead and take this footage off this phone right here and see if everything came out right. If we make this video, that means we're at least back at some kind of a good start. All right, check me out.